we never can't not do nothing, and today I will show a brilliant engineering feat by Shimano's engineers and how they have improved free hubs. Here, free hubs with cup and cones. Shimano still makes them in rather good quality, not too bad at least. And the important thing when setting up the preload, especially for free hubs and hubs in general that use quick release, is to make sure there is a bit of play when the quick release lever is not compressed, when it's not locked. Because quick release lever, when it locks, it compresses the cones further, reducing the play in the bearing, creating more preload. So if you leave it without preload, like this when it's loose, when you tighten the quick release, there will be too much preload and bearings will be destroyed. Now, how I used to configure and fine-tune bearing preload for the past 20 years was using something like this. It's very quick and convenient way. I have these two like old spacers from an old free hub, and so I would just slide one over here so that the locknut, so that the quick release has something to push against. It cannot push against the axle itself. It needs to push on the face of the locknut, sorry, and the other one on the other side. Close this up. Then I would first configure them to have a bit of play. Tighten this up. Close the quick release lever. Sorry, this is too much. It needs to be the optimal pressure. Okay, something like this. And then check. If there's still play, I tighten it. If it goes roughly, I loosen it a bit. And the operation is fairly simple. At least it used to be. I just unlock this, then use my cone wrench. And for the rear hubs, it's 70mm wrench. Loosen the lock nut, readjust it, tighten it, and then I can just put them back and test again. That was it. However, in their newest versions of free hubs, someone of Shimano's engineers thought it was a great idea to make this not use another wrench for the outer lock ring, but they kept the inside for the cone wrench, but the outside is done using an Allen key, which means in order to use a quick and simple way to test if the bearing preload is optimally adjusted, you need to completely disassemble this in order to be able to fit Allen wrench inside this, and then after you've adjusted, put this back in and test. So it makes what used to be a relatively, it required patience, but it was a relatively simple process. It makes it a lot longer lasting and more tedious. So all I can say is thank you, Shimano, great job. Well, packaging is at least greatly designed. See how nicely this can be hung in showrooms. You can look how nicely it is all displayed. Brilliant. And that seems to be the main point in the cycling industry. Sales and marketing before the quality and the real benefit for the customers. Suppose it's the same for most other branches of everything today. It's capitalism. That's it.